Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. And for everybody that's watching this on YouTube and on my website when I put it in, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today, I've got Louisa Duarttee from Momtrepreneurs South Africa. Oh, fuck. We haven't gone live. Sorry. Oh, I hope we haven't. Hi, good morning, everybody. That'd be so bad. Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Lynne Huysamen here from Kaboutjie, and we've got Louisa from Momtrepreneurs South Africa. Is everybody here? Come and say hello in the comments. So today we're going to be talking about moms supporting mom businesses. And yeah, you can win a sponsored post from Kaboutjie. And you can also win 1 year's website listing with Momtrepreneurs South Africa, as well as a 250 Rand voucher from Take a Lot. Louisa, would you like to say hello to everybody?
Hi, everyone. I'm Louisa from Momtrepreneurs South Africa, and I'm so happy to be with you today.
Awesome. So everybody that is watching on Louisa's group in Momtrepreneurs South Africa, just remember that you've actually got to go through a little process. It's in the instructions, how to come up with your name, because if you don't, you're going to come up as a Facebook user. Awesome. So let's get into it. The first talking point is why it is important for moms to have their own income. Louisa.
Well, mainly I think, it's about building yourself. The first thing you think about when you think business is, I need to have a business, I need to have an income. It's not all that, it's more. Having your own personal growth, to me, it's a business, yes, and it's income, yes, but it really is about you, building you, growing you, and it goes hand in hand. So if you say, you know what, I'm going to do this leap of faith and start my own business, whether it is an online business or home business or a physical address business, it's all about starting by yourself and building yourself and getting to know who you are, building on, your personality, the person that you are. So that's really important.
Awesome. Yeah, Louisa, on that, I think, how I came about with my business with Kaboutjie is that I was working for myself already. And I had it was like a little home-based business where I had a little accounting package, and I would do everybody's books. So I did books from home. I did it for my dad, for my sister, for a couple of friends. And it didn't give me a huge amount of income each month, and it wasn't particularly exciting. But, it paid the bills, and it didn't take up too much of my time. It wasn't too hard to do. And then I had my daughter. And my mom said, what are you going to do with your child? And I said, well, I'm going to put her over there, and I'm going to sit over here, and I'm going to carry on. Like you laughing, except my mother laughed a lot louder, a hell of a lot louder than that. And so it wasn't so much that I couldn't do the work. It kind of was. What happened was that it became too hard when my daughter was about 4 or 5 months old. It became too hard to try and look after her and do the work. And it became clear to me very quickly that I would have to put her somewhere for a few hours a day, or at least a couple of times a week, so I could do my work. And suddenly, when I thought of doing my work, I just went, oh, I don't want to send my daughter somewhere, pay that person money so I can go home and make money to pay them.
And then make less. Yeah.
It's like I needed something for me. I needed something exciting. I needed something fulfilling. Like you said, it's something that, drives my passion. I thought, if I'm going to sit here doing books, entering figures into a computer, and then it's just not worth it. I may as well just keep my child at home, not make any money, and just be a stay-at-home mom. But I wanted that something for me. And I think also, you lose yourself in motherhood. I'm not the same person I was. I'm a completely different person. And I'm now known as like Callista's mom or Skulk's mom. I'm not Lynne anymore. I'm just a bit of myself, yes. Yeah, a lot of myself. So having my own business, and when I started thinking about having an online business, and it excited me. And I'd be sitting doing this dreary work, and I thought, imagine I could have my own online business, and I could sell baby clothes, and I could do this, and I can connect with moms, because, you know, the people I'm working with are not moms. So the passion side of it is absolutely, absolutely important. Just a reminder to everybody. Just a reminder to everybody, if you want to win the sponsored post with Kaboutjie, and if you want to win the 1 year's website listing with Momtrepreneurs South Africa and the Take a Lot voucher, you can leave a comment on either my page on YouTube or on the Momtrepreneurs South Africa group. And you can also click on the link in the description, and you can join us live to come join in the discussion. Yeah. Is there anything else on that topic, Louisa?
Yeah, just to touch on what you said about losing yourself, you lose a lot, you gain a lot. And that's why I said, you know, it's really important for you to have to if you start thinking of starting your own business, do it. If you lose a lot, you gain a lot, and think outside of the box. Don't just think, you know what, I've got this dream, I've got this vision, I don't know how to do it, let's just leave it. Take that idea and go with it. Just look where it takes you.
Yeah, I think also, you know, another reason for moms that I can think of to have their own income is that I remember my husband, when I felt pregnant, saying to me, "Oh, are you going to stay at home now, honey?" And I looked at him, oh, so what, I want a pair of shoes, I'm going to come and ask for money. You know, like I just thought, no, honey, no, that's not the way that I want to do this. You know, and it's not necessarily supporting the whole family. That's not really my goal. But I wanted to at least have money for myself to be able to spend. I've never kind of had to go to my husband and say, like, okay, well, I have sometimes run out of money and ask for a bit of cash. But, you know, on a regular basis, I haven't had to go to him and say, I want to go out for lunch with my friend. I would feel too guilty to go and ask for money to go spend it myself.
That's where the you comes in as well.
Yes, definitely.
Building on you and working on you,
Yeah, awesome. So we're going to go on to the next one. The importance of supporting mom businesses. So, I mean, I think it's always important to support mom businesses. I mean, we are basically the foundation of everything, the mothers. We're bringing up everybody in the whole world. We should be supported. But even more so, I think at this time in the world with COVID, I was watching I don't know if it was the news or some documentary or something, but they were basically sharing about how the people that have really been hit the hardest during COVID are mothers, working mothers. Because, they've had to take time off work. We've had to school our children. So even if we haven't had our own business, we've had to, you know, take time off work and maybe even lose our job to go home and look after our children because we've got nowhere to put them. You can't send them to your grandmother anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
that's also where the income comes in.
Sorry?
That's also where their own income comes in, you know. A lot of these mothers have lost their jobs and they don't have that income anymore. So now you need to think, okay, well, my husband is still working. It's not enough to support the family. What am I going to supplement that income and just try and, you know, bring in a little bit of money? So that's also, you know, going together hand in hand.
Yeah. And also on top of that, a lot of the men have lost their jobs as well. So if you have a woman that's at home looking after the children as a housewife, and now suddenly the husband's out of work, you've now got the whole family at home and struggling to survive during COVID. And I think, how do I put this so that I don't sound nasty to men? But we are better able to multitask. It's
adjust
to us. Yes, and adjust. And also I think when it comes to exhaustion, we are able to push through. We are able to go the distance, and we are able to do what has to be done to support the family and to go the extra mile. And I'm not saying men are lazy as such.
They're flexible. They're more flexible, I think.
Yeah, but I think also, you know, like I get my husband, he comes home at 5 o'clock. I had such a hard day. And he has had a hard day, but he stays done. My day is not done. It's done at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, sometimes 3 in the morning, because sometimes I have to I mean, the amount of times when I started my business that I worked until 3 o'clock in the morning is absolutely insane. Yeah. So, you know, and I think also what's important here is that it's not always about, I mean, you know, when we talk about supporting mom businesses, moms supporting moms, it's about a lot more than just going and buying products from that person. There are so many ways to support another mother. You can help look after her children so she can get some work done. You can let her have a bit of a nap. You can share her business.
Yeah, that support goes a long way.
Yeah, and sharing a Facebook post for a mom that's trying to make an income from home, even if you can't support her business financially, it goes very, very far.
You know, on that, you won't actually believe how little women actually support women. And I don't know why. I feel that we need to start encouraging that. We need to start and spread the word, like, you know what, like you said, now share a post on Facebook. One post takes 5 seconds. You are actually supporting that person. You don't always have to do, you know, have financial support or buy from them, or like you said, just support on Facebook, support on social media goes a long way.
Yes, totally. And I can't remember what the amount was, but I read something about each share, what the value of it is, and the actual reach of it is. When somebody shares your business online, the reach is actually, like, some people think, oh, but a share won't really go that far. I swear it does. Each share counts a hell of a lot. Yeah. Awesome. So we've got Pakeme. Hi, Pakeme. You wanted to start a business last year. You couldn't raise the capital. You know, network marketing, even though it's not going well. You know, Pakeme, did you? I don't know. I think you watched our video last week. So for network marketing, multi-level marketing, if you watch my video, you'll know I've got a rather big distaste for that type of marketing. But I had Lauren from Inspiring Mompreneurs to talk about affiliate marketing versus multi-level marketing. And it was a really interesting discussion. I learned a hell of a lot. But if you want to kind of get yourself going in multi-level marketing, I really recommend that you contact Lauren from Inspiring Mompreneurs. She is seriously passionate about it. And I don't think you always need capital. I think it depends on which one you go into. One of the things I don't like about multi-level marketing is that you do have to put money into the business. But, well, usually. But New Skin, which Lauren is a member of, they now are doing not just you know, the business side and the network marketing model. They are also doing affiliate marketing, which is what I love. There's no money involved. You can just go and promote their stuff, which is what I enjoy doing on my website. So yeah, I think if you really want to get into it and you're trying to find a creative way without capital, then Lauren is like totally your go-to person. I would really, really have a chat with her, and you can contact her on inspiringmompreneurs.com. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think that is very sad, but I do think things are changing now a bit with COVID. I think people are becoming, you know, so there's a lot of negatives with COVID, but I think there's also a hell of a lot of positives. So, you know, for example, we've got a lady that I've started buying from. She delivers vegetables straight to my door. So I can get vegetables. She does booze. I don't drink. And she does, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of like fantastic organic food, stuff you would get from a farm store. And she delivers it to my door. And I think she charges, I think it's 30 Rand or 20 Rand delivery fee. I mean, it's like crazy. And the food's really, really good.
Okay, well, that's one way to support a small mommy-owned business.
Yeah, so we've got Leonora.
Hi.
Okay, so we have a Facebook user over here. We'll be able to see who you are if you click on the link in the description of the video, and you can go and connect via StreamYard and add your name. But what we can also do is we can announce the winner after the video. Louisa, you can decide, and then we can go and you can go see who everybody is, because this is how it comes up when you're in a Facebook group.
Good, I see. So this Facebook user, you just go add their name.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. So now, Louisa, why moms give up so easily?
There's quite a few things, I think the biggest thing is competitors. So now, let's take Nu Skin, for example. We don't allow network marketing in our group, in our space, but, Nu Skin and all that's welcome. So let's take Nu Skin, for example. So you've got 20 different moms selling the same thing. So now you think, oh, you know what, the market is saturated, I'm just going to leave it. But I really like this product, but I'm going to leave it. No, don't do that. Competitors, we shouldn't see it as that. We should see it as another opportunity to do better, an opportunity to do something different. So let's say you've got this one product and there's, like I said, 20 different moms advertising the same thing. What are you going to be doing that is different? What is that one little small touch that you add to your business that somebody else is not doing? That to me is very important. That little message after the purchase, or that call after, they ask the question regarding your product. What is that small thing that you do that the one next to you does not do? And I think that eliminates a bit of that competitor vibe. We shouldn't see each other as competitors to start off with, but I think that is the biggest thing why moms say, you know what, I'm going to skip, I'm going to leave it. And then the second thing is obviously support. If you don't have that support system, it goes a long way. And if you don't have that, I think it makes things a bit more difficult. Financials, if you don't have finances, and like the other lady asked, and you don't have that income or startup money to start that business, it makes things difficult. And then obviously kids, like you said, you wanted to start your business, but it's difficult with the little ones at home. That is the biggest thing. I think we tend to say, you know what, my kids come first and I'm going to put that aside. Yes, I've done that also as well, many times before. But I think finding the balance between having your children, having your housework, having your small business, whether it be online, from home.
Oh, we've lost Louisa. Oh dear, I'm sure she'll be back. But I enjoyed what Louisa was saying there. And I think, starting an online business or any business as a mom, we do have a lot of challenges, but I don't think that we need to give up very easily. So, for example, one of the things Louisa said is, that unicorn, getting the balance. That is one of the hardest things that I found. And when I'm busy working and one of my kids gets sick with vomiting and diarrhea, you've got to drop everything. It doesn't matter what you've got on your plate for that day. You've got to drop everything, and you have got to just kind of go with the flow and figure out how to manage it. And these things can influence you to either not even start or to give up when you have started going. I'm just going to send Louisa a WhatsApp and see where she is, and see if she'll be making it back. And I'm sure that any woman in business or anyone that works, a woman, a mother that has a job, is going to find it incredibly hard to balance everything. Lost you. Let's just send this off. Oh, there, she's coming back. Hi. You had me sitting there saying. No, it's absolutely fine. I've actually popped in one of my videos. I couldn't hear anything. I think I told you about that. I couldn't hear my guests, and I kept popping in and out of my own video, and my guests were just like winging it.
I was looking at myself for quite a bit here and thinking, you're just looking at me, so I'm wondering now. And then I lost you.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, what I found really hard as well is you were talking about the balance, by the way. That's when you popped off. And for me, it's like, that's a unicorn. I'm always chasing this blimmin' unicorn called balance. And it's incredibly hard. It's tempting sometimes just to say, I give up. I'm just going to only be a mom at home with my kids, or,
That's where we need to really evaluate the situation and try and see what we can do to do better.
It takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of hard work, but I don't think that it's it's something that you must just decide, well, I'm going to let that go, because the fulfillment and the, you know, everything that I get from running my own business, it really does feed my soul. On top of that, I have met the most incredible people through my work. And you were talking about support as a mother. If you go into online business and if you don't view every other woman in business as a competitor, you're going to form the most amazing friendships and the support that you need. And for me, that has been absolutely beautiful. I think I'd be more lonely sitting at home. Yeah, you join like
absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to say is, and this is what you brought up as well, is that I get very upset. There's some women I've met that view everybody else as a competitor. Now, technically speaking, Lauren that I had on my show last week, she's a competitor. Technically speaking, you're a competitor. But I don't know what you emailed me. You emailed me something. You wanted me to do something with you. I don't know what it was. And I said, that's not going to work for me. Oh, you wanted me to advertise your competition or share your competition.
Yes.
And I just said, look, I don't do that because it kind of conflicts with my competitions and it's just not quite going to fit. But I'm sure we can find a way to collaborate. You know, and I think
that's what more people should do. More women should do that and say, you know what, we can't do this together, but let's try something else. And I think most people have a lack of that. They don't think in that way, and we need to change that. That is why, you know, women empowerment says exactly that. We need to change the way we look at each other, we feel about each other, and the way we work together.
Definitely. In fact, some of my biggest competitors, Parenting Hub, should be like a competitor of mine as well. She's a competitor of yours. But I don't view it that way. Her and I work together. We're always sharing each other's stuff. When I need help with something, I can phone her and say, look, I need this done. Can you do it? And she just drops everything and does it for me. And, you know, vice versa. So
building relationships.
That's exactly what we need to be doing. For sure. Yeah. So let's have a look. Where are we now? Why moms give up so easily? And I think just plain tiredness and lack of motivation because we're tired, but also lack of what's the word? The self-confidence. You know, yeah. I mean, you're a working woman and you're in the business world, and then you fall pregnant and you get all fat and you have this baby and you got leaking boobs, and suddenly you're just like mom dealing with dirty diapers at home. To take yourself from that and to get the energy and the motivation and the confidence to say, I can do this. I'm going to do this. I found that, I mean, it's not like totally like this, but I lost a lot of confidence when I became a mother. Yes. I lost a lot of drive and motivation, and a lot of that stuff was lost. And to kind of go from that and to say, like, I am worth it and I need this for myself. And I think that's not necessarily why women give up so easily, but perhaps it's why they don't get started in the first place.
Contributor, yes. That is also why I started this group. I wanted this environment. I wanted everyone, please come, all women come. This is the place for you to feel safe. This is the place for you to get your confidence back as well. We need to building on yourself. That is a roller coaster. You build on other people as well. You build on other women as well.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic community. And I'm seeing how busy it is. I can't wait until the video is finished so I can take myself off as an admin, because the notifications are ping, 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 ping. So I've got my page.
There was 500 posts to approve. So I apologize, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm a bit behind with post approvals. I've been getting messages in my inbox left, right, and center. Please approve, please approve. I'm really sorry. Yeah, we've got about 500 posts lying there.
I can confirm that because my phone has been pinging nonstop. So I get all my Kaboutjie notifications and my emails and all of my stuff. And on top of that, I got Louisa's stuff going ding, 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 ding. Which is, I mean, for me, it's amazing to see such a fantastic network of women that are supporting each other. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
You've got that, that one of two people that really is not feeling the vibe and really, like I said, seeing everybody else's competitors. We've got that. I think that's everywhere anyway. But that is what I'm trying to change. That's why I'm saying, you know, we can change the world together. I really feel we can in my heart. And that also goes to what we were saying about building on yourself and building on the woman next to you.
Well, yeah, and look, the thing is, you're never going to get rid of all the bad apples, and there's going to be a bad apples, both within a mommy community, within a business community, everywhere, from childhood, you've got like the bad apple in the classroom that kind of does things in a different, not so nice way. But I'm a big believer in karma, and that the wheel does turn, and that the people that really do collaborate and work together in the right way, I really do believe it benefits them long term, and that those that just don't really get where they want to be. And if they do get where they want to be in a financial sense and in a success sense, I feel that I don't want to say their soul, because that's really deep and dark. But your inner happiness and knowing that you've done the right thing, that's not going to be there. So, success is not just
always saying, I want to change that. I want to change the view that people have. Like I said, there's 1 or 2 in my group actually, and I really want to change that. I don't know, it's a long-term goal of mine. I want to have a community where everybody's on the same page.
Definitely. And I find it sad that it's just sad that there's some people that want to stand on somebody else's head to get to the top rather than help each other up. And I think
my group was actually reported, I think about the end of December, and they wanted to close my group. Facebook wanted to close my group because of the one person that actually went and reported my group as being, I don't know, and then I was crying. I was literally sitting there crying, and my husband was like, obviously trying to make me feel better, but that was really a sad moment for me. And you get those people that will actually go so far and do that. And that is exactly that. I want to change that.
Louisa, I've had that. I nearly lost my Facebook page of 63,000 fans. I nearly lost my Facebook account because somebody decided to be malicious. But thankfully, things worked out the right way. But you're always going to look. That's a bit of a downside of business and women. They can be very bitchy.
Yes.
We can be so loyal. We can really fight for each other. But then the other side is there can be the occasions where you get someone that's really vindictive. Unfortunately, you do have to take the good with the bad and keep soldiering on. So I still have my page. You still have your group. So I like to not sit and fester too much about it. But I can tell you that the feeling in my heart that morning when I thought I was going to lose my page, I nearly vomited. It really is, because so much hard work, so much passion goes into it. Yeah, but I think ultimately in the long run, even if I lost my page, I would have been able to bounce back from it eventually. Not quickly, but eventually I would have, and I would have fought my way back. So we've got the next one, and I think the difficulties that moms face when running their own business, we've touched a bit on this already. Louisa.
Yeah, financials, support, kids, confidence, like you said, motivation, all that plays a very big role. And I think it's how you come back from that and how you stand up from that actually matters. Where are you going to take that? What are you going to learn from it? Like you said, when you become a mother, you lose that bit of confidence that you might have had or motivation that you might have had. But it's what you take away from that and how you stand up that actually makes the difference. Not giving up on your dreams, your even if it's, a home business, not giving up on that, building on that. That's ultimately, obviously, how you stand up.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. And I think we do face, as a mother in particular, we face more than just a woman in business. We face more than a man starting a business in a very, very huge way.
Really?
And I think the only person that can truly understand what we face is another mom. And this is what makes a group like yours so vitally important, because I could not have done this on my own. There's a few people I met very early on when I started. One was Julie from Parenting Hub. Another one was Alison from Mom Diary, which is now the Papery. I love that woman. Both of them are absolutely superb. And quite early on, I kind of met them and I was the baby, the newbie starting out, and they were the oldies, and they took my hand and they said, come on, you can do this. And I really connected with them. And, you know, a friendship and a support network like that can make or break. You have got to have it. You've got to meet, you know, and what's so nice about your community is that some people you're not going to click with. I mean, they're great, but you don't really, you've got to find that, you know, your tribe, your peeps.
Yes.
You've got to find.
And I have. There's so many, I met so many ladies through this group. I mean, Lynne from the Coffee Nest, Kaboutjie from Unique 360, Kathy from Savvy Chicks SA. I mean, they like would message me out of the blue just to chat. And I mean, you know, I wasn't ever used to that. And this is absolutely amazing. And it's vital. You need that. You honestly need that little bit of time away from housework, away from your children, away from responsibility, and just have that little bit of a let's chat quickly on WhatsApp, or, you know.
Yeah, I found that, like, for example, my husband is very supportive as far as a man goes. You know, I sound very scathing of men right now, but you know,
not at all.
When I've had a hard day, during COVID, I've had it really hard. For me, I shouldn't complain, because other people have lost family members, they've lost their livelihoods. I haven't lost like that, but I do struggle with mental health difficulties. I do have mental health challenges. I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. I've got bipolar. I've had a lot of trauma in my life, and with the pandemic, I have found myself isolated. I found myself stuck at home with kids. The juggle. I thought the juggle was real. No, the juggle got real. It got like extreme juggling. It was juggling, and now it's like extreme juggle. And I found myself with anxiety attacks. I found myself struggling. And when I phone my husband and say I'm having a bad day, he'll just be like, yes, this office is bad too. And I'm like,
no, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. I've worked in an office. I've worked in a stressful environment, and I know he's got an intensely stressful job. He does, and I'm not going to take that away from him. But I have something on a completely different level, and I can't get that support and that understanding from him. Even if I try to throttle it out of him, trust me, I've tried. It's not going to come. But if I just phone my mom and say, "Mommy, I've got this and this and this," and she'll be like, "Oh, my poor baby," you know, exactly. And I'm like, "Thank you. Thank you, mommy." I need another mommy to share what I'm feeling. And I'm literally having anxiety attacks. I've never had them before. I've had lots of mental health problems, but I find myself sometimes sitting and I can feel my chest closing and my breathing coming and my heart going. It's not a nice feeling at all. And I'm sure that so many of us are struggling with the same thing. Yeah, I've heard now that the mental health side.
Speak about.
Yeah. Well, part of what I blog about is my mental health, and I have lots of stuff to talk about.
But we need that. We need more of that. We need to encourage that. And that is, I think, why communities like yours and like mine.
Oh, we lost her. We've lost her. Okay, so I'm still Louisa. Oh, no, you're back. I hear you. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next topic, which is building a mom business in 2021. And hopefully Louisa will rejoin us because she's frozen my side. Building a mom business in 2021. I think, now more than ever, women need to have their own thing. They need to have their own income. They need to have a way to help support their family. So my personal feeling is that an online business is always the ultimate way to go. And let me there, she'll be back now. Okay, so if you don't have a website to go along with your business, or you don't have a business and you want to start one, I really believe that the ultimate starting point is to build yourself a website. And to do that, you need to decide firstly kind of what niche are you going to be in. Are you going to be in parenting? Are you going to be in baby? Are you going to be in mompreneur? Basically come up with a niche and then a name for your website. And then you need to set it up on WordPress and start creating some sort of content. It could be an online store, it could be a blog, whatever it is that you choose. And like Pakame said, you know, she's struggling to, let me see where the comments are here. Yeah, she's struggling to get into her multi-level marketing business. But if you have a website, that is a way to seriously increase your reach. So not only do you do face-to-face, but you also have an online side of your business as well. And then I think, you know, like we mentioned previously, is that, you know, it is an incredibly hard time right now. So with COVID, people have lost jobs, people have lost so much, but there's also kind of needs that need to be fulfilled that you can look at. So if you look at tutoring, you can look at childcare. So other women that need to go to work and they don't know where to put their children and schools are closed, you could have like 1 or 2 kids at your house and you could look after them. Mental health support. So we were talking about mental health previously. That is an absolutely massive need right now. Like I say, I am struggling myself very much with mental health at the moment, and my situation is not unique, certainly not. Food shopping. So there's lots of people that are in quarantine. There's lots of people that don't want to go out to shops because they have got underlying conditions. You've got moms with kids that are stuck at home. I know that I don't particularly like taking my children grocery shopping in the middle of a pandemic. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be looking for grocery shopping and deliveries, people to go and do errands for them. So for example, if I've got 5 things I need to do in a day and I've got my 2 children with me, I might not want to go down to the post office, to the police station, to the pharmacy, to the grocery store, and go get some photocopies done, for example. So you could offer an errand service for people, and then possibly even lift clubs. So I think, you know, it's about looking at where is there now a gap in the market? Where is there a need? Oh, cooking home cooked food. Oh my gosh, I would kill for somebody to come and deliver me some meals. So yeah, there's so much that can be done. Let's see where Louisa is. Lost you again. I'm sure she'll be back. Cool. And then this is one of my favorite topics, is the power and the importance of collaboration. So we spoke about previously about how women need to support each other. And I really am passionate about this topic. I can see Louisa is hugely passionate about this topic as well. So we've already spoken about sharing and mentioning other people. Here comes Louisa.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there.
You're back. I've already gone through building a mom business. I've already gone through building a mom business in 2021. I'm just going to go back there and just see. So, I mean, basically what I discussed was, you know, why you need a website and why you need to be online. I mean, we need to be at home, so being online is really important.
Yes.
Yeah, and then also just the types of businesses that you could start right now. So kind of looking for a gap in the market and looking for a need. So anything to do with, you know, the effects of COVID. So mental health support services, tutoring, childcare, cooking food for a tired mum and delivering it to her house. I'll give you guys my address. You can come. I'll tell you where to drop it off. Running errands for people, you know, like,
yes.
Sure. So I think, you know, anything of that sort would be really, really welcome.
Outside of the box as well.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I think that's
not thought about that could work maybe a year or 2 ago, could work now. There could actually be a very big market for it.
Definitely, most certainly. Cool. So I'm going to go into collaboration. And like I already said, that to me is one of the most exciting and fun parts of what I do as a blogger. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And we already said that, you know, part of the way of collaborating with other mom businesses is sharing their stuff and mentioning them online, kind of spreading the word about their business. But, you know, collaboration is about teaming up. So you could contact another mom business and say, listen, I really need to get my stuff out there. I've got this kind of product. Why don't you give it away on your website, and it'll draw people into your business and create goodwill for everybody. So giveaways is a superb thing to do.
Something fun we do in our group, we would say it's like a service swap. So let's say somebody says, you know what, I've got this amazing product. I'm going to give you a sample of it. You use it, you advertise it a little bit for me, and we do like a complete service. Like I would offer you advertising on my website, and I take your products and I do a review on them, or tell everybody what I think about that. And that is so, so, so nice. Everybody is exchanging products, services in return to get some, exposure. And it's been working. It's been going really well in our group.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I think I think that's really nice. And someone might love your product so much that they continue using it or your services.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Or somebody might see it on your page and they share it and they share it. And then at the end of the day, 2 shares had 400-500 people looking at your post. That's where the share goes along the way also comes in.
Yeah, and one of the things I love doing on my blog is roundups. So I recently did like a huge roundup of mommy bloggers in South Africa, and I did like a listing on my website of all the bloggers, a little bit about them, picture, how to get hold of them, links to social networks, and I shared that. So, we go back to the supporting businesses and not looking at each other as competitors and supporting each other and collaborating rather than squashing each other down. And then, you can get really creative with the way that you collaborate. Like, for example, Louisa wanted to do one thing and I said, it's not going to work, but I love what you do. So I will get you onto my page. Oh, I'm just going to, Louisa's gone again. So I'll do a live video and that will benefit both of us. And I can stream it to my social networks and to her group, which is pretty funky. Another thing you could do is, say, for example, one business does wine and another business does chocolate. Well, it's Valentine's Day coming up. So team together, do like a joint promotion of both your products. And that is a fantastic way to collaborate and get your stuff out there. And then just one more thing on collaboration, and I think this is really important, is to, let's just take that down. I'll wait for Louisa. Is to kind of connect with people that are, I don't want to say on your, like kind of on your level, so that you're offering kind of the same sort of value to each other's readers and each other's viewers. So I get a lot of people contacting me and saying, share this on your page and do this and do this and do this. But that's actually a paid service that I offer. So a new business that does that and just expects me to share their stuff is not really, it's not really my jam. So I think it's about, finding, oh, there's Louisa.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with this weather.
Oh, no, that's fine. We've had it. Like I say, I've popped in and out of my own
and popping out.
Now I know what it feels like. I'm on the other side. I was just saying that, so regarding collaboration, and this is something you've already spoken about, is that it's about working together and bringing value to both sides. And one thing that I get a lot of is I get a lot of people that appear to be quite entitled that inbox me and say, share this on your page now. And I say, well, yeah, I kind of, that's a paid service. So you can check out my rate card. And they're like, no, I don't want to pay. I'm a new business. I don't have any money. So it's like, yeah, but you see, that's not really going to work for me because, it's not always about, I'm only going to give you this if you give me this online. It's got to be to the cent, the value. I'm not that type of a person, but don't expect me to go and work for you for free. I'm not going to do it. It does not have to be equal. It could be, if somebody inboxed me and said, hi, I love your page, let's butter you up. I really love your vibe and you're so amazing. And I have this new business and oh my word, I'd love to be on your page. I mean, you're getting closer.
Getting closer, yeah.
But I get people inboxing me and say, post this on your page right now. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Who are you? Where do you come from?
You get that a lot, yeah. You're always one person that is the bad apple.
Yeah. So if you're new in business and you're trying to get yourself out there, find another mom that's on the same level that started a business and team up and work together. And as you go along, you can contact me and say, like, I really want to be on your page. How about I offer a free service or a free product? Now we're talking. Now there's a give and take. But I get a lot of people, like you say, there are some that just take and they don't give anything. And they kind of have the bad attitude. I think it's really important if you want to collaborate with people to have the right attitude and the giving attitude. Stop always thinking about what can I get from this person, but also what can I give.
And know your resources. I think that's also one of the things that most moms, most women struggle with, especially when starting your business, is not knowing what you have to use, not knowing what resources you can actually use. Having a lack of knowledge is also a big factor. But if you go and sit down and really get to know all the free resources you've got, and then obviously you've got the paid section of things, advertising, website listing, your paid posts. But there's a free factor as well. And I think so many women don't know about these things. They don't know. Listen, did you know you can advertise on Pinterest? Did you know a LinkedIn profile could be of advantage for you? Did you know that there's free sites on Google to go and advertise your business? People don't know these things. And I think communities like yours and mine is where people can actually go and learn something, take something away from that. And I think that's very important to know where to take and where to give.
Oh, definitely. I love Pinterest, by the way. Oh, it's fantastic. It's a lot less effort than Facebook, I must say.
I've only recently started.
I love Pinterest. I've actually got a group for Pinterest on Facebook.
Really? So you see, now we're learning something, yeah.
It's not a huge group, but basically one of the ways to leverage Pinterest is to join other people's boards and to have other people join your board so that your boards are busier and that you can pin your pins into big group boards that have got thousands and thousands of boards, not always thousands, but it will be niche relevant boards. So like I've got a Mompreneur board, you can come join. I've got a Mommy Bugs board, you can come and join. And then my board will show up on your profile. And if I join any of your boards, it'll show up on my profile. And then the pins that I put in.
So that's quite handy now.
Yeah, and did you know Pinterest is not so much a social network as it is a search engine? So
this is what I recently learned. Yes, that's what I started the whole Pinterest thing.
You don't need a lot of followers on Pinterest. No, but you don't need a huge amount of followers. It's nice to have followers, but you don't need a huge amount of followers to get a huge amount of traffic to your website and to your Pinterest account. You don't need it.
I see.
Yeah, so a lot of people chase followers on Pinterest, but that's not where the value comes in. You can be quite new and you can have no followers and you can create a pin that's got good search traffic and that is well optimized, and you can share it on Pinterest and you can get a ton of traffic. Wow. Okay. Now it's not a short answer. You've got to optimize your boards. Your board has to be optimized for search engines. So you've got to have a good keyword in your board, and you've got to have a board title and a board description. So it's got to be set up in a certain way, and you get a board cover as well. And then your pins. So your account must be optimized. So keywords in your description, for example, your boards must be optimized with keywords, title, etc. And then your pin must be optimized.
Okay.
And once you do that and you start sharing and you get that kind of that system going, yeah, and you are part of other people's boards, and you also should be sharing other people's pins as well. And in that way, people see you and get drawn to you and come. Yeah, and there's also board virality. I think it's called virality. So if you share other people's pins in your boards to other boards of yours, your board will get more traction. So yeah, there's so much stuff you can do. It's really exciting. Oh, I think Louisa has...
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up and you have frozen. Yeah, so I mean, I think that other than talking more about Pinterest, which is quite exciting, I love search engine optimization and rankings and keywords and SEO. But yeah, that's not really along the topic of what we're discussing at the moment. Maybe we can do another video sometime. Louisa? Oh, there you are. Cool. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss on that topic? And Louisa's gone. Okay, so I think that's basically a wrap. I think we are all done. I'm going to ask Louisa. Let me go and have a look at the comments here. I'm going to ask Louisa to come and choose a winner, and that is for a sponsored post with Kaboutjie and a 1-year business listing with Momtrepreneurs South Africa and a 250 Rand Take-A-Lot voucher. Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful Friday.